Hey, this is Zach, co-founder of Contracts Connected, and in this very short video, I am going to explain to you the motivation and what we're doing here at Contracts Connected for the general contractor and contracting community. So, if you think about the back office construction contracts and all of the paperwork that goes along with it, we really can't change how much paperwork is needed. Everything from a lengthy contract to collecting certificates of insurance, different government forms if you build with the government, and so on. So what we did is we said, well, we can't change all of the documents that we need to get from our vendors, but what we can change is the process around how we create, how we collect, and how we track those documents. So what I have mapped out here is what we've heard on a ton of different calls with general contractors. And really what you see here is kind of a mapped out process of how most general contractors are dealing with the paperwork currently. So they usually have some kind of Word document that they use for their subcontract and all the additional documents that they send in their contract package. Then they're kind of going in and looking for the bolded items or the highlighted items that they need to replace. This comes with some errors. We're all human. Human error is just inevitable when you have people manually filling out things. Additionally, there's cases we've seen where somebody accidentally saved a specific piece of information about a scope into a subcontract, and then that information getting sent out to other subs where it just didn't make sense. So you need to QC your templates. Then somebody goes in and manually fills out everything. Then you're going to download all of the files, rename them, put them in an attachment, go look up which person at the subcontractor's office you're supposed to send it to. Then you might get some red lines, you might not, but if you do get red lines, it's typically done over a messy email chain. Sometimes you don't have all of the decision makers on that email chain, and at the end of it you don't really have a clear, concise idea of what has been changed and what hasn't been changed. So if you need to go look at this contract 6 months down the line and revisit what was changed or altered, there's no clear kind of record or history. And then this is kind of all the things that's needed to get a contract package out the door. And then if you look at this back half here, these are things that you may need to request on a regular basis based on expiration dates, or maybe you need to request a monthly invoice package from them or lien releases from them. This can even go down into the government route with certified payroll on a weekly basis. And if you look here, most companies are requesting this based off various timelines for various different documents. Then when they get it back, if they get it back, once they request it via email, they have to download the attachment, open the attachment, view the attachment, reply to the email if they need it changed or altered in any way. Then they need to go update multiple Excel trackers to make sure that they're tracking and showing to upper management that they have everything they need. And then to file these documents away, you should have a file naming structure so you can organize your files in your folders. And then they need to put it in a 5 subfolder deep folder somewhere on a server or on a cloud drive. And then they need to monitor and do this over and over and over again for the life cycle of the process. And really what we found, and what my co-founder Lars Herman found when he was running his general contracting company, that this is just an inefficient, cumbersome, confusing, and really just a painful process. And it's just the way that it's always been done. And just because it's the way it's always been done doesn't mean it needs to be done that way forever. So what we tried to do is we tried to take this really big, long, tedious, multiple step process, and how few clicks can we turn that big process into? Here is the better way, and this is really the Contracts Connected way outlined here. We have templates that you upload once. You're never going to have to go grab a Word document out of a folder to fill out. So these templates live in your system, and there's no way that a specific piece of project information would accidentally be saved into them. Filling and sending is one click. So our Contracts Connected system is going to collect some general information about the project and then the information about the scope. And then when you hit the send button, The Contracts Connected system will automatically fill in hundreds or thousands of unlimited pages with all of your proper project and scope information put into the perfect place every single time, reducing the time to create a contract substantially. And then you have red lines here. Red lines, we have a system where, similar to kind of how you would interact with a Google document and maybe highlight something and add a comment, subcontractors can highlight something on the contract and add a comment if they would like to redline it, and the general contractor gets to approve or deny that piece of items. And then you have a very clear, concise record of what was changed and what wasn't changed. And then on the back half here, we've automated this completely. The only thing that you're going to have to do in here is hit approve or deny when you look at the document, and you're not even going to have to download that document to your desktop to view it. So documents are going to be automatically requested from the vendor at the time that they're needed. Then the system is automatically going to remind them to submit it until it's received. Once it's received, they're going to be filed away, logged, and reported, meaning that the tracker that management's going to use and you're going to use are automatically going to be updated without you having to do anything. There's no manual labor, and you approve or deny the documents that are submitted by your vendors with just one click. And that one click will simultaneously file them away and update your tracker, so you don't have to do any additional work. This system is automating all of the construction contract documents processes and back office operations, and we're excited to show you guys the better way. Go ahead and click in for a free demo where we will show you a deeper dive on exactly how this works and exactly how this can apply to your company. Thanks.